All right, guys. Think we're live and ready to go. SAVA, our lead gapper here, 22 million float, US biotech, making some pretty nice moves. They had a conference call today. I think it ended a little bit early at like 8:20 or so. Anyway, this stock was halted, and then it just an absolutely crazy move. They had strong Alzheimer's drug candidate results. Now it looks like they're one of the leading drug candidates for Alzheimer's. Statistically significant information. Check out this trade. You guys are going to get a good old kick out of this one. I was trading... Oh my god. I was trading this right before the halt. Obviously, I didn't know it was going to halt. I knew there was news coming up, and I knew this thing was selling off a little bit too aggressively. I wanted to buy it around the former support here around 3.8. I actually ended up doing that, and then this thing basically dried up. And when it dried up, I was able to get out quickly. I didn't really understand what was going on. I mean, I knew there was a call. I just didn't want to be part of it, right? Sometimes you see these stocks drop 20, 30, 40, 50%. Who knows what kind of news would have came out. I don't trade news. Although this time it would have paid off because wow. Here we go. Where is it? Yeah, so literally as it gets unhalted, it goes up like 80% or so. That was kind of funny. It doesn't bother me because that's obviously not what I was looking for, right? That's a freak accident. Sometimes you get freak accidents to the upside or downside. Luckily, this would have been to the upside, but I did miss it. Nice little flag pattern here, breakout. I tried to buy the pullbacks, didn't get it. Bought this pullback. This was a nice one. Missed this pullback. I was very sloppy today on SAVA. Walked away with $80 profit on this one pre-market. Nothing too crazy, but hey, it is what it is. On a nicer note, KCAC, I just want to bring this one up to you guys. Why I was on my watch list. We bought this one extended hours, or no, we bought this one in the evening, like we were talking about on the live stream. That KCAC could be a good opportunity, but. Yeah, anyway, 16.5, we were kind of saying, big support here. I placed this limit order, I think, during the live stream, I think it was. Yeah, when we were going over some swing trades. So this was a pretty sweet swing trade, fairly straightforward. We had big support here, roughly around 16. We were saying either it's going to dip down here, I'm going to buy, or I'm going to buy as we break higher here, and I'm going to buy the pullback. So those were kind of my two theses. We ended up pulling back, and I bought near the big 16.5 support, and then I sold here pre-market just because, I got the trade I wanted. I got the 8-9% move I wanted. Big resistance right here around 18. You can kind of see here is a bounce zone. You can see once we broke 18 with a flash crash, we had a pullback, retest, and a continuation down. 18 was big resistance, so the fact that I even got out over 18 made me pretty happy. Let's go back to SAVA. I'm not sure if we're going to trade KCAC anymore. I might do another dip trade on this one. So I have an alert. Actually, no, I moved my alert. I'm going to put another alert here, see if this thing goes below 17. I would like to buy it. All right, so interesting stuff moving today. Let's go back to SAVA, and then actually, first of all, let me get situated here. First of all, guys, I see you guys in the chat room. It's really exciting. Welcome back. Good morning. I see a lot of new faces here, but also a lot of old faces. Good to see everyone back. Consistency is king, guys. That's what makes you profitable in the long run, because every day you're learning something new. So yeah, good morning, guys. Welcome back to the live stream. First, we review the watch list. You guys know that. And then we trade the market open every day. Hope everyone's feeling good, ready to go. Relaxed, had a coffee, but not too many. Feeling good, hydrated. And it's Monday after all. We don't have to, do anything too crazy. Let's get some nice moves if we get the opportunity. Otherwise, let's not, get too crazy for no reason. Kind of looks like SAVA might do a nice VWAP bounce any moment here. Let's kind of keep an eye on this one. So, oh wait, actually let me change it back to my unlimited account. And then I'll probably already change this one to day trades. So So yeah, guys, like I said, it's Monday. It's the 14th of September, and it's 9:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we got another 10 minutes before the market opens at 9:30, and then we'll wrap up trading at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Quick reminder for all that's new, this is for education, entertainment purposes only. My trades are quick, not meant to be followed. Always know yourself while you're entering and exiting a trade. And always, guys, keep in mind this community is a place for us to help each other. Please don't spam or write any nonsense. Sometimes we get off topic and it's fun and interesting and educational as well. But just, nothing like unnecessary, especially like upsetting people. No need for that. Check out the video description below, guys, for some FAQs. And let's get to the watch list. "10 minutes before the bell rings." Wow, that is, I appreciate the like, but does that mean you already hit it? I'm curious. Okay, so SAVA just broke VWAP. I actually like trading the breaks of VWAP. I don't like trading VWAP bounces because then you get sometimes stuck in a really bad situation like this flush. But I do like trading the flush because oftentimes the flush of VWAP leads to a retest of VWAP in the 9 EMA. Right now we're still in a short-term downtrend. Oh, what was that? All right. Christopher. That's funny. SAVA might be a really good dip buy any moment. Really digging into the 15s right now. Resistance at 22, buyers coming in a little bit. It looks like it's gonna bounce already here. Maybe not. So far, very small. Like a 1.5% move here. New minute in 20 seconds. Yeah, so technically that could have been a trade right there. I didn't feel as comfortable in this one. I would have liked if it pulled back one more candle. I would have felt like there might have been better risk reward in that one. But there goes the VWAP retest that we were just talking about before. Kramer scared me on the large cap after the huge round, referring to the Robin Hood people. That's really funny. I used to watch Kramer when I was like a little kid with my dad all the time. I felt like I had no idea what was going on. There's so many noises. VXRT moving again. I gotta say, I'm quite surprised how many times VXRT bounced off of $5. I mean, you guys know I traded that one off the initial bounce of $5, but it would have been good to trade that one literally like 3-4 more times. Another 5 minutes till the market opens. Nice move on VXRT. Yeah, so this $5 zone even had a long-term triple bottom, you can argue. Once we started trending above the 9 EMA, a little bit more healthy. So in terms of, a little bit of, controllable volume coming in here, this would have been a really good entry, but hindsight's always 2020. But you probably would have saw the same kind of pullback if you pulled this, zoomed in a little bit more to the 1 or 5 or even 15 minute. You would have saw a nice healthy pullback like this as well. Now we're trying to break here at 620. 6.5 is going to be some resistance, but very light volume so far. FDA clearance for oral coronavirus vaccine candidate phase 1 trial. I don't know. I'm not crazy about that catalyst just because phase 1 trial and there's so many companies that are ready phase 2, 3 and pretty much have the vaccine ready. But hey, good luck. I hope they get it. But at the moment, I think VXRT is still overvalued, and I don't really see myself jumping in on this one. Definitely has upside potential, but the amount of bag holders on VXRT, I think it was pretty high. So I think there's going to be a lot of people selling into spikes. So, yeah. Yeah, Steven, maybe. I'm pretty surprised it made it this far. And if we look back, we would have thought, oh wow, this thing is, super overextended in any of these other moves. And then all of a sudden it does another big breakout. So you just never know. But if I was trading VXRT, I'd be fairly quick with it. I don't think I would hold it very long. SAVA, I'm trying to think how I want to trade this one. I think this is so you always want to be thinking, what is the most obvious lead gapper? And what's the most obvious small cap lead gapper, at least for us, because that's what we're trading here. So SAVA is up 120% so far after a pretty serious little pullback here, pretty consistent pullback as well, 20% or so. It's between $2 and $7, right in the sweet spot. It's got that float of 22 million float, so under 50 million. That's a big check mark. It's not under 10 million, but that's okay. 22 million float is still nice. It's that US biotech, so it's a US company with strong news that literally just came out. Alzheimer's results. They had a study. Apparently, half their candidates of this trial had statistically significant results. So now they're one of the leading drug candidates for Alzheimer's. That's pretty big news. Really, really nice kind of news. So the only thing you have to be worried about on a ticker like this at the point it's currently at is the fact that it comes out with an offering, right? Because, okay, SAVA, their price is super high. They probably knew that their price would jump today, so they might be preparing an offering to take advantage of the high price, sell new shares into the market, raise new capital, which is great for the company, but it's actually kind of bad for the investor because it dilutes their shares and it also shoots the price down for a bit. So we'll see what happens. Oftentimes those kind of things don't happen until after 10:30, and that's usually why I get a little bit more pause off with the trading. Or oftentimes I'll see it actually happen the next day pre-market. So that's why I don't like trading pre-market tickers that were yesterday's runners. So we got another 20 seconds here till the market opens. Keeping an open mind. We definitely have, 6.5 big support. So that would be a good red to green move zone. We'll see what happens. Good luck, everyone. So far, green volume coming in here. I don't think I would trade this unless it was a red to green at the moment. We'll see. Big volume on that open, like usual, and that's usually what we see. 7 might crack here. Yep, big crack is 7. This could shoot past VWAP any moment. No guarantee that it's going to have a classic red to green. Nothing is guaranteed with trading. This could be the move right here past VWAP. So far, it's still a red candle now on the day. No need to rush first trade of the day, I feel like. First trade of the open. Nice big relative volume today. A lot of buyers there at 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 7th big red candle in a row so far. Isn't that kind of crazy? Definitely support coming in here at 7. A lot of support. This thing tried to dip multiple times, but couldn't do it. Very intense watching this ticker. Very intense. I'd be getting chopped out left and right, especially with my slow computer at the moment. Possible break here. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th red candle in a row at the moment. Could turn. It could be. It's sometimes it's a green candle as well. So it's a bit back and forth. 9 EMA and VWAP are right above it. Boom, 7.5. Can it break? 733. Whoo. This ticker sure knows how to garner attention. 7.5. There we go. There's the crack. No, it says 4.6, 4.7. Was that the crack? I don't know. I think we got stopped right before it. Quick pullback here. This could be an entry. 7.45, 7.46. I still have no trade at the moment on SAVA since the market opened. Three and a half minutes now since the market opened. There was the kind of that flush I've been waiting for. That was a weird open we saw today. Very weird. Selling some of this position, went a little bit too big on size on that last one. Taking some profits off the table. Still a lot of sell momentum here. Sold some of my position there. Looking for another move higher. 86. It's a tricky one. $35 now. 35. Looks like we're gonna get another flush here. 370 might get chipped away any second. Yep, there goes the flush. So we sold about a third of this position before the flush. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Spot one more size here. $6.5 is the big support zone. Average position size right now at 6.72. Yeah. So what I try to do is actually get out of this trade. Still kind of long this one, so we'll have to see if we can manage our risk here appropriately. We have big support at 6.5. Down about maybe 2% on this one. So totally in the spectrum of risk. It was unfortunate I was not able to actually clear out more of this position where I wanted it to. That was a bit of the problem. Markets are overall green, big support at 6.5. SAVA is still our lead gapper on the day here. Wouldn't be surprised if it did a little bit of flush right here, so I might actually even think about closing out and then maybe rebuying. So I sold some there at 67. So took a small loss on that one probably. We're out of this trade. I think it's hard to say. I think we're pretty much break even on that one, which, yeah, a little bit unfortunate. I kind of bought most of my position a little bit too early. And then I wasn't able to get out on that first bounce, so it is what it is. 9 red candles in a row now. Watching very carefully. I know 6.5 is big support. Looks like it's going to break past the 9 EMA, 6.8, 6.81. That's what I'd be waiting for right now. I do think this might try to do a quick flush beforehand. It's really hard to tell. A lot of buyers on this one for sure. Here we go. I think that was the last dip. I think it's about to fly. It's a little unfortunate. I think I missed this one. Big buyers here. Nothing's guaranteed. I'm just going to watch it at this point. Yep, here we go. This should be the breakout here, 8.4. This should go to at least to VWAP. That's what I would be looking for. If that didn't happen, I think I would be expecting a flush. I think it's going to break out, but I could also flush. Let's see what happened. Well, it's way overextended to the downside. It also had a huge move, and it's still up 100% today. Red daily candle. Pulling back a bit more than I probably would have wanted if I was long. Just watching. This could be the breakout. Maybe it's not going to break out. Maybe it's going to keep pulling back. Who knows? So hard to say. I feel like the world has stopped. I think we're long, small position here. 400. There we go. Just had our size. See what happens. Break of 50. Just had my final entry there. New average at 56. Same setup as before with a lower average. Basically, I don't know. I had to scratch the last trade. It's hard to say at what price. We'll have to calculate that. Don't forget, guys, today we're going to do a recap, I think, of the month a little bit. Don't forget to drop a like, guys, if you're learning something. And definitely subscribe if you're new. I'd love to see you again. Join the community. What I'm watching here is SAVA. I'm waiting for this one to have a possible break of the 9 EMA. Still a lot of selling momentum here on this one. Got to be careful with a ticker like this. 22 million float. Bigger support though, for sure. So far, it's had a really, really strong pullback, I gotta say. The pullback has been quite ferocious, but it's also had, every time you see a pre-market climb, like the one we did see sometimes. Down about 20 cents a share. Possible move back above 50. That's obviously what I'm looking for. Could easily keep on flushing. Nothing's guaranteed. Small test here of the 9 EMA. 9:47 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Possible first green candle we're seeing now. Been a really crazy open on this one so far. It's been a crazy pre-market on this one as well. We definitely have big resistance around 680 or so. I don't know if we're going to go much above the first shoulder, if we do at all. So a lot of resistance on this one at the moment, but it looks like 6.5 came in as a bit of support for maybe a short little trip. It's good flush here. Doesn't look too good. 650. Mostly sell volume on this one. $35. Could have locked in profits, but I didn't. But mainly because we're forming a bit of a bottom. We didn't hit the level I was looking for. $647. This is $646. Sell volume has been going down. 9 EMA retest has been quite an interesting little trip here. That was another 5-minute red candle. It was about to be new 5-minute candle right there. It was a bit of a doji. Yeah, there's the flush. That's what I was worried about. 250 down about possibly 300 now. 33% down on the day. Yeah, so taking the small trade, although it was like smaller than a base hit, so it's really hard to comment on that one, to be honest. 27. This could easily keep dumping way lower. That's been unfortunate how I ended up trading this one. Here we go into the teens. Yeah, it's annoying. So, okay, so we're just approaching kind of my stop here at 4%. It feels like a bigger loss because of the, we're increasing our position size, obviously. So it always feels worse when you increase your position size, and then one of the first trades out of the bag is obviously a bigger loser. So it's like, it is what it is. So you just got to, try to keep a calm head here. I think we gave back pretty much most of our pre-market, all of our pre-market profits probably. 622. Still a lot of sellers in this one. Definitely seller galore. Never want to sell typically on a flush. Wanted to sell in that quick 9 EMA retest, but it's not even retesting anymore. A little bit disappointed in that setup. Back to 18. Here 22, 20, 620. It's 953. Wow, we've been really focused on this one ticker. Usually I'm not that insane on one ticker, but thought we would have a really good opportunity on this one. 620, 622. Definitely bigger support coming in on this one, but at the same time, I got to close this position. I was looking for just that one little touch higher. So far, we're not getting the move I was waiting for. There we go, closed out half the size. Well, actually not half, but almost. 24. Trying to close out the rest, but just didn't get it. It's always annoying when you're trying to close out a position and you just aren't getting your, yeah, that's why you got to close out your position quickly, guys. So hopefully everyone's learning a lot on, what not to do right now. Holding this one a little bit too long. Yeah, it's okay. Percentage-wise, this is actually not a big loser at all. It just kind of tried to sell in that last bounce and didn't get it, so that feels a little ridiculous. But 615. Holding this one. It's hard to say. Sometimes I want to say too long, but at the same time, I feel like I'm totally in the risk tolerance zone, so I actually feel fairly okay with it, but it's a quick mover. It's harder to gauge. 616. Yeah, what? Yeah, what I should have done on this one is kind of make like several trades out of this ticker. This ticker had big potential, but holding it for several trades would have been the way to go. Hold on one second here. Just try to get out of 24. Close the... See if we can get that last fill at 23. 23, just missed it again at 23. Yeah, hold on one sec here. $150, $150, $119. I just missed it again. Hold on. Keep moving down my limit order to get out. That's always really annoying. You definitely tell there's decent buyers on this one. Where are we now, long-term wise? Interesting spot. Yeah, this thing's selling off right now. There's no clear sign of a possible reversal. It could easily pop up 10%, but then keep pulling back. So I'm just gonna sell into any move back to the upside for now, and then one sec. Okay, there we go. We just sold that 34 near the high of that candle. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think we gave back maybe 250 on that one or so. It's hard to say. Yeah, we're down 115. We were up 80 bucks before the trade. So yeah, we gave back about 200 bucks on that trade. Not that bad. I could have made 2 or 3 trades out of that one, taking quick base hits. And I think it's annoying because that's what I always say. You want to take those quick base hits. Sloppy from me today. I should have not been so aggressive on a Monday, but it is what it is. That's trading. You win some, you lose some. It's not a big deal. I gotta say, I don't know if it's just because I just traded this one or whatnot, but it feels like it has that potential to reverse. It just it's a slippery slope when you keep looking at a ticker and you keep getting back into it. So sometimes I give it a little bit and think okay, well, maybe I just need a little bit of time here, recalibrate, and then take some breathers and then get back into it. Luckily, because of that KCAC trade, we're still up probably 200 bucks today, but that's on a different account. Actually, it's really nice. It's my Roth IRA account, so it's perfect. Markets, NASDAQ up 2%, really strong here. We got VXRT up 30%, probably our second gapper. So it's good that we were able to build up a little bit of a cushion pre-market. That's my favorite thing to do pre-market. So yeah, this thing's selling off quite a beast mode here, but totally expected. I was hoping this thing would bounce a bit more, and I was expecting sometimes bigger moves from it. But also, this thing, let's see, right now we're down, high was at 919. We're down 34% from pre-market highs. Huge amount of red 5-minute candles in a row. That was actually ferocious, I gotta say. VXRT, this one was really cool, I gotta say. 6.6. I'm not crazy about trading this one, but I like the pattern here. Once we were back above VWAP, this was looking really healthy. I'm kind of thinking that SAVA might be the similar play. Yeah, Eric, I've actually done a lot of work in that department, worked with several teams. I'm not actually the biggest fan of algorithmic trading at the moment because you spend basically all of your time working on the bot. And it just keeps always breaking down. I don't know. But I'm sure I'll find a team to work on that with at one point. VXRT with a really nice pullback to the 90 EMA. SAVA having huge issues getting back above 6.5. Finding a little bit of a bottom though above 6. Looking kind of strong. VXRT with a really nice bounce off of 6.6. On SAVA, I'm going to have to really try to take some base hits to get out of the hole a little bit. Still selling off, VXRT selling off as well. VXRT might bounce here off 6.6, solid zone. Still not really seeing a trade I'm crazy about with SAVA at the moment. Could be dipping below 6 any moment. Looks like a lot of sellers on this one. I'd probably think about a trade around 5.7, but again, it's tough to say. It could even, I don't even know if it's gonna crack, you know? Huge sellers on this one. There goes VXRT with that really good bounce off of 6.6 that we were talking about. Percentage wise, it's a bit slower of a mover, but still a really nice crack. Yep, Mark, couldn't agree more. So I'm not, that's why I gave myself like pretty much 5 minutes after that last trade to kind of cool off a little bit. Here we go. Look, this is the dip I was waiting for. Not sure if it's really going to be much below 6. Buyers are already coming in quite a bit. Former support at 580 roughly. So I wouldn't get on, I wouldn't want to get on this one too early. 595. Well, there's buyers there back above 6 for a second. So far, SAVA does not look healthy, but we are approaching that pre-market zone of 5.8 with big support. Could be great to take base hits on a ticker like this. You just have to remember it's in a downwards trend, so you have to be very quick with taking profits, as it will just keep selling off on you. And I think that's where I made my mistake so far. Yeah, these are all possible dead cat bounces, so you just gotta really watch out. If you could take like squeeze out 2% on them and pop, that's pretty much as good as it gets, I think, at the moment on SAVA. The fact that SAVA pulled below the $6, actually, I would probably argue the 650 key support zone. I was really looking for that place to be the red to green zone, and then really reverse back to the upside, have a nice move higher, and then, you know, that pretty much be the move. VXRT technically having an ABC pattern right here pulling back. This could be a nice continuation setup right here. I'm not sure if I'm going to touch it at the moment, but that looks pretty solid. No indicator for support and resistance lines, monster. I just draw them out based on the daily and the weekly. Sometimes the 4 hour as well. Yeah, SAVA looks like it's going to fade all day. I totally agree. But just because the ticker fades all day is actually some of the ones I make the most money on because I really like buying those dips. You just got to understand what you're doing. This thing is not trending to the upside. So as long as you're, aware of that and you're taking those dips and you're taking profits, a lot of potential for sure. This has been a pretty mean sell-off so far. I would honestly, SAVA in the 570s and 560s could be a great turnaround story, or not turnaround story, but again, some bigger dip bounces. Here we go, VXRT with that ABC pattern looking pretty strong. The FDA clearance news. A bit of a fake out there. The problem I have with VXRT is the fact that it's a giant bag holder ticker, right? So there's going to be a lot of people dumping into this one. And that's why I didn't really want to trade either the 6.6 move or the 6.8 move. Let's check out what KCAC ended up doing. I'm actually quite curious. Wow, KCAC actually did end up moving a little bit higher. So we sold here at 1826 or so, and then moved up another 6%. So really, really sweet move. Congrats to anyone that got this one. I actually really, really like the way it's been moving. Has these really clean pullbacks, little continuation there, 18.8, acting as some new support for now. Really, really sweet. When we talk about swing trades here in a little bit, I think we'll probably discuss why KCAC is going to be another great trade. I think I'm going to put a limit order for this one again. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but I think KCAC has huge swing trade potential, and it's nothing really new. We've been talking about the swing trading on this one quite a lot, but now we kind of saw where the big support came in, so let's see where it can go. Right now it's still doing a pretty healthy climb. KNRLF. Kind of shooting here. Very low volume on KNRLF. Receives positive lab results testing 4 days ago. Nice rally so far on this one, like multi-day. Very low volume, so I wouldn't trade it. I'm typically not looking to trade tickers that are under $10 million volume. Just too light. Yeah, Michael, that's also why I'm really excited to get that new laptop in November, because when I stream and I'm trading, my laptop slows down a little bit too much, so I need to get the faster laptop. Waiting for that one. It's gonna hopefully make a big difference. We'll see what happens. But the current laptop I'm using right now is pretty old. It's a good laptop, but it's, I think, like 5 or 6 years old. It does have 16 gigabytes RAM, but even the processor is like it's an i7, but I think it's like 4th generation. So it's just a bit older. Yeah, Paradox, that is the question. I might get the Asus Zephyrus if I really want to ball out. The Zephyrus Duo. HP has a cheaper one that's actually really high, kind of high end, like a cheap, really good computer that would probably meet all my needs. But we'll see where I want to take it. I'm not totally decided yet. It's going to be a 15.6 for sure. The 17s, I actually really like the 17s, but they're just a little bit too big for when you're on the road. Sometimes they don't fit in my bags, and it's a little bit annoying. Michael says get a desktop. I like desktops, but they don't really fit my agenda very well. SAVA looks like it went down below $6 for a little bit. Kept on trying to break lower, but it didn't. Now it's cracking above the 9 EMA. Probably the strongest it has cracked, but the volume is still very light on this one. Didn't really get to where I wanted to buy it. Still looking at it, but no trade yet for me. A lot of base hit opportunities on VXRT though. I mean SAVA. Back to 618. Bigger volume spike so far. This has been the biggest move past the 9 EMA. It's unfortunate that SAVA pulled back so much. This could have been a killer ticker to be trading aggressively today. It is the biggest dollar volume one, already at $334 volume. So it's really, it has all the traders looking at it. But people are losing interest quickly on it. So it's a little bit unfortunate. VXRT is really the second one, but it's not nearly as nice of a play. Because of that former runner status in terms of like very recent, constantly showing big resistance on it. Exxon processor in my tower for my business, nice. Yeah, that sounds like a good setup. Yeah, I mean, a laptop will pretty much never be as good as a desktop, but for what I'm doing, the good laptops, the higher end laptops are plenty. They're pretty much overkills for what I need. So unless I'm trying to edit and render a 4K video, high end gaming laptops are well above what I need. Thing about recording in 4K is I just don't think it's really worth it. I pretty much never watch a 4K video, and when I do, I don't really notice the difference, and I have pretty good eyesight. I don't know how you guys are. I mean, do you guys is it night and day for you? I haven't really heard too much good feedback to the point where, I mean, if you have a giant screen TV, 60 inches or something plus, yeah, 4K makes a little bit more sense. But if I'm dealing with a laptop screen where 4K isn't always necessary, I feel like. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But recording this in 4K, really, I don't think it makes any sense. If I was like a nature channel and I was filming a running gazelle, 4K might be a little bit more interesting, but no. To watch TD Ameritrade, I don't think it's necessary. Yeah, see, that's exactly, gazelles look awesome in 4K. Alex's nature channel. Yeah, the scaling is actually a little bit obnoxious because this Asus is actually 4K. So the resolution I'm looking at right now is 4K. And the second screen I have is 1K, and it always messes up the resolution on all my programs. It's a little bit annoying. I actually wouldn't mind going back to a 1K laptop. Like that's how adamant I feel about 4K. I don't really find it necessary for laptops. Nice, look at you watching the phone. Very cool. Oh God, yeah. Eric, I feel you, man. That would melt my current laptop straight up. Man, I was really hoping we would get a little bit more action here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit disappointed. Pre-market was absolutely full beast mode with SAVA, and then market open was probably the biggest letdown we've seen in quite some time. I do think SAVA has potential for really good dips, really good possible reversals, but it's a bit of a shot in the dark, and it's a lot of stabs. I don't know. I probably will keep trying it. I haven't tried it yet. Kind of cooling down on that one. VXRT, not super interesting. MRSN, the second one with the highest dollar volume, had an okay open, but a little bit slow at this point. So I don't know. I might even switch to large caps pretty soon here because it looks like, NASDAQ being up 2%, that's really what people are looking at right now. Nice, JC. That'll be fun. CLSK, man. I feel your life. Let's see what JILL is doing. I know it's a bit of a hot stock in this chat room, selling off. Yeah, Corey, I feel you on that. Talk about a slow market. Man, I was so stoked too because SAVA, what was showing pre-market, was really really kind of convincing, but now it's just kind of sliding along like a slug trying to cross the sidewalk. EVFM. Okay. Prevention of chlamydia and gonorrhea in women. Oh wow, that sounds pretty good. Phase 2 trial. That stuff is pretty dangerous. If you get chlamydia or gonorrhea unchecked, that's a slippery slope. That's almost as bad as SAVA at the open. That's what that is. 40 stocks. Okay. Recently fell off a giant cliff. Yeah, that's true. It's a quick cure. But the thing is, I meant to say if you don't cure it, if you forget about it, that's when it gets pretty nasty. You know, 6.5 on SAVA is just such big resistance. I don't know if I would have the I don't know. This could be a quick little move into that territory, but I don't know if I would hold for the break of 6.5. Let's kind of watch this one a little bit here. Light volume 65 could be a first entry. Let's see what we can do here. Watching SAVA. I think I literally just missed this one. I'd be pretty much closing this one out already. That's a little bit unfortunate. I literally just slid. We'd be up like 10 cents a share on that one. About 15 cents a share now. I'd be selling before the 6.5 possible breakout, just because how it's been moving. So yeah, we could have walked away with maybe a little bit of a green trade on that. Nice little bounce here, but CEO of EVF sold their shares last week. Ay. If KCAC flushes, I'll probably be buying KCAC at one point. We'll be right back. 10:22. We got a little bit more time here. Would have been a little tickler, but I didn't get it. TikTok is cancer. Amen. Every time I see, like, TikTok's even creeping up on Instagram now. Steven and Michael, aren't those the same thing? TikTok is like Vine, but with kids twerking. That sounds miserable. Do the WAP. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to interpret that, Michael. Yeah, Jared, that's true. I forgot his name. I wrote it down even like last week. I'm so bad at remembering names. Yeah, The whole board on KCAC is just a bunch of car people. It's like it was a really good fix. Well, Michael, maybe, but I wouldn't call YouTube residual income because if I stopped streaming, I like the income would stop pretty much tomorrow. Let's just say, because on the weekend my stats literally go back to zero, like I don't exist. It's pretty crazy, actually. Elon did call Bill Gates stupid last week. I would like to read that. Oh, guys, what is going on right now? I was so stoked this morning. Actually, I was pretty calm this morning, but when I saw SAVA, I was like, okay, nice. Small caps are back in action. I don't know what happened. I'm gonna think about this for a second. SAVA got me good. I think. Yeah, pre-market was really the time to be trading SAVA, but there's still a lot of traders looking at it. You can just feel it in the order book. Now scary and fun. Might be CKPT. On the daily, it looks like could go a bit lower pre-market, but there's such low sell volume today that's actually a quite bullish sign on CKPT. SAVA is trying so hard to break past 6.5. GEVO, big sell-off, trying to pull higher, low volume. It could be a swing trade or so. I'm not too interested in it. KCAC, really nice dip. I'm not even sure if I want to day trade this one, but I most likely will actually end up day trading this one. We had a really nice close here at 1830. Maybe we'll see some moves on it. Nice bounce there. Good call on 18.8. I call everything a flush. Wow, I think that's debatable. Some of you guys call everything in flesh, I swear. It'll be a little red candle. Or no, it's like, what do I read a lot, I feel like, in the chat room? This ticker is flying or going to the moon. I go on it and it's like up 5%. I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh well. It is kind of fun to get excited about tickers. So I totally understand. Do I play inside bars? Sometimes. On the daily chart, oftentimes I avoid tickers that are inside candles, but on the 1 minute, I don't know. I don't often use it as an indicator too much. How do you play inside candles? I'd be interested to know. Ooh, calm down. 90-day day trading restriction. You gotta get that lifted, man. That's crazy. Oh man, I really wanted to keep day trading. I really wanted to snack some other moves. It's a little bit unfortunate that I think we're going to end day trading today in the red. And I kind of feel like it was a little bit unwarranted somehow. Like it didn't need to happen. Oh well. That's every red day, right? So it is what it is. A lot of trades though. KCAC. Do we have another limit order on this one? Don't think so. No limit order yet on this one. Mark, yeah, that's also a valid point. Ooh, sorry. Beat streak music. I'm out of SAVA. And we don't really just enter at one price. I think I did 9 trades on this one overall. I actually ended red on SAVA today, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Nice, Recon. Nice move, man. SAVA possibly back in play. Be a little bit worried for a flush here, but it's had an okay little rally now. 12% move so far. Looks like it might break VWAP here. Calm down. Big question here is SAVA gonna break the EMA or the VWAP? That's what I'm watching here. I feel like it's gonna try to break through it one more time. That's what everyone's thinking right now. I feel like, is it gonna break VWAP? It's been a nice move higher so far. It was a clear breakout setup. 656. This would be the attempt. Let's see, 657. $650. Big buyers there, but they're getting chipped away. No. Let's see. This is technically a perfect setup. 51. Here we go, 657. Nice. Like what I'm seeing here. Boom, SAVA, possible break of 7. Come on, let's see it. First, it would have to break VWAP around like 680, and then it would maybe be on its way to breaking 7. I'm not really a big fan of trading this one anymore. It's past 10:30. I would maybe consider trading it, but a lot of these attempted break VWAP setups end up flushing, ends up being pretty nasty, 10% dips. I tend to avoid these kind of moves. It's extremely tempting, especially if you're right on the day, because you're just like, oh, let me just kind of squeeze out this good little setup here. Then all of a sudden you end up, digging a much deeper hole. And then getting like much more upset on the day. I'd rather take my small red loss for the day, which actually, we're still green on the day if you count the 25K challenge account because of KCAC. So overall, it's a good day, but yeah, just the day trading wasn't as hot today for me. So I don't know. Yeah. Take care, Mark. My VWAP is different than yours. Mine's at -2 and 2 a day. I'm not sure what settings yours are on. We'll probably end up having some afternoon runners today with such a light open like we had. Yeah, sweet bounce here off of 30. It was actually a huge pre-market sell-off all the way down to 27. So it was good that I removed my limit order. Who knows, I would have maybe even took a small loss on this one. We had our original limit order at like 38 or something like that, 30.8. So I would have been down on this one like 12% or so. I'm not sure if I would have held through that. What I could have maybe done was move my limit order into like the 27s. And the reason I say 27 is because that's where the big support and the 180-day simple moving average is. So that could have been a way to trade NKLA. This one had such wicked news though. And with that bad news and some sort of maybe offering on top, this thing could have, instantly fell to $10. I wasn't really wanting to risk it. Yeah, there goes SAVA. I'm not surprised that it's pulling back here. It might still break VWAP. Maybe this is just a quick little dip, but at the same time, yeah, it's not. It's usually not worth the risk reward for me to overstay my welcome in the market. Let's go talk about KCAC here. Where would we maybe want to trade this one again? Let's go to start on the 4-hour chart. This was a nice pullback to 18.8. Still big volume here, pulling higher, no news. So this is just a pure technical play. I think that we might see again a retest here in the 16s. For now, I'm just going to kind of leave an alert here. And then I would love to probably trade KCAC on some bigger pullback, or if this runs, if KCAC runs to like 20, 21, I would probably trade it between $18.80, so like $19 and $20. So like I say, if KCAC runs higher here all the way to 21 or so, I would probably look for some sort of pullback trade, just like the possible setup we had before, and then we ended up trading the other move on it. So pretty kind of sweet there move. So we'll definitely review this really quickly in the recap video. SRNE, big news. Time frame, I use 1 minute, 5 minute, the daily, and the 4 hour. Right now, and the chart you guys see is 4 hour. SRNE. Mayo Clinic. For and what? What did they enter an agreement on? For an antibody drug, nanoparticle albumin bound immune complex platform. Totally over my head. Okay. Mayo Clinic is, I think, one of the biggest and most renowned clinics for cancer and a lot of other treatments. Mayo Clinic, I mean, that's a big deal. I obviously don't know much about antibody drug and nanoparticle, this whole complex, but definitely not bad. Obviously, SRNE is a ticker that, in my eyes, is totally overextended. Looks like it's finding some big support around $5, $7, $6. A little bit like SAVA if we want to actually throw that into the mix. So kind of nice news or technicals. The news obviously didn't make much of a bounce. I think SRNE would have bounced today or tomorrow regardless based on the big support here. So this move on SRNE is really, really weak for the fact that it has news and it has big support below it. So that's not really good. What we might see on SRNE is maybe something like with VXRT where we play around in the $6 area several times. We have a few spikes back to $8. So SRNE could be a bit of a swing trade potential, I think. One more way to trade SRNE would be looking for that $5 to $5.50 support zone. I think that could be a little bit more interesting way to trade SRNE. Bigger support, 180-day moving average, which seems to act in the past as key resistance, then support here on this pullback, support here in this area. So maybe we will see a bigger move down there. It's hard to say. I don't know. For now, my pause are probably going to be off with SRNE. Nice, Bren. Yeah, I feel you on that one. KCAC, we talked about a really nice bounce off of 18.8. Sweet move there for sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. How would I want to be trading KCAC? Like I said, maybe some sort of double bottom here at 16.5. I'm not really sure if we're going to get it, but if KCAC does end up breaking higher to 21, I would be buying the pullbacks. Until then, I think I'd be waiting for bigger dips, and right now it's pretty much no trade at the moment. Let's go to VXRT. Does have bigger volume on the daily chart coming back into it. That's nice. Over the 9 EMA by a good amount. That's good to see. $7 big resistance so far. Yeah, this was a really fun ticker, and I wish I traded it a little bit more. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get long on this one, just because I think I would risk too much on a swing trade. You could easily wake up one day and you're down 20-30%. It's not really what I want to be doing. If this thing maybe pulled back to, I don't know, 575 or so pre-market, it could be a fun little trade. It's tough to say. I don't know. For me, I'm not touching it at the moment. I'm not crazy. But it does have, the FDA clearance on the oral coronavirus news, so that's kind of interesting for the phase 1 trial. I don't know. It did make today one of the gappers today, which is pretty impressive, but I think really a lot of that just has to do with there not really being another lead gapper besides SAVA, which also wasn't really that great besides pre-market. SAVA now is selling off ridiculously. It's probably about to make a new low. It's breaking 590 right now. So good thing we didn't try to trade that VWAP breakout. We were kind of walking through why that's probably a bad trade. Run's getting tempted. Not really seeing anything that I'd want to day trade at the moment. SAVA really ended up dying on us pretty hard. Let's quickly run through our swing trade list and let me know if you guys want me to add anything to it. We got Sono back here. Dipped right into the 12 kind of territory for a very quick second. Still waiting for this one to be a possible secondary entry, obviously below 12.5. American Airlines. Actually, you know what? I'm going to add JETS on this one. I always talk about jets. Really nice recovery so far. I think I would really start going long jets with maybe even bigger size on a secondary dip. We'll see what happens. This is an airline ETF, so pretty decent way to get airline exposure without, picking the bad one that goes bankrupt. CLSK, just a beautiful bounce off of $7. Still totally traumatized that I missed that one after making a whole video about the move. Ridiculous. DKNG, DraftKings. Wow. I gotta say, that high of 44, kind of impressive, but at the same time, we're really kind of crawling back into this territory, and I gotta say, it looks kind of good. We try to sell off here twice. This high over here is a little bit better situation. I might actually end up buying this one. I've been thinking about it for a while now. 100 shares would be probably a little bit aggressive for a starter size. What I would be looking for is, a pullback here and then a continuation past the high. So that's probably how I would want to be trading this one. Let me go ahead and use my this account, ADT, and I'll probably go ahead and actually hold on, current account, Sono. Probably close the Sono trade for now. We closed that one at 1168 Sono. All right, I think I'm going to DKNG in my swing trade account. I think I'm going to go long this one. I really like what I've been seeing here. Oops, I just was about to go long on it, and Nvidia is up here 5%, 0.5%. So what would this position be like? 100 would be 4,000. What's my buying power on this account? This account specifically has about 2.8 thousand in it. 2.7. Okay, so I'd be doing like a $3,000 position size on this one because some cash is going to come back into this account. Okay, interesting. Good to know. Yeah, so what I really like with DKNG is this, you know, kind of, yeah, exactly like you guys say, cup and handle. I really like the pullback here. $40 is big time support. Right now we're up 2% from that. I would have a second size ready to go on anything closer to 40, but I would do my first entry fairly soon here. Really like where it is at. Actually just kind of missed it, and now it's up almost 1%, which is a little bit unfortunate. Should have just jumped a little bit quicker on it. When I saw that entry, I was like, oh, this is exactly what I was waiting for DKNG. Well, so let's just kind of watch it here, get an order ready. Probably around 50. Let's do 60, and then I probably end up looking for maybe even a bigger size at one point. So anything close to 41 would be really nice. Maybe below 10 cents. Let's see how low it can go, guys. Oh, it's going to break the 90 EMA. Don't do it. Don't do it. Pull back first. Oh. Yeah, Biden might do a little bit more tax refunds for EVs, but there's already a pretty decent amount of tax refunds for EVs. Yeah, Steven, check out the first link in the video description below, the first link right below the video. Click on that, and you're going to go to a landing page where there's going to say community and more, and there's going to be the Discord link. Definitely check it out, man. Happy to have you on the channel and happy to have you on the Discord. There was a nice little sell order that just went through. $41.13. Can we see a little bit of a chip? Can we see a little bit of a chippy dip? $7. Boom. Okay, so we got our first size here on DKNG. Looking for this one to break that 45 high. Would enter, don't have a full size on this one yet, Would go with about another $500 on this one, maybe even more, depending. Looking for that break of 45. So ESPN is getting very aggressive in the gaming niche as well. Apparently, gaming is bigger than the whole NFL. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see what happens with these kind of betting platforms like DraftKings, as that's kind of like a gambling gaming system. Let's go to LMND, like you guys just mentioned. Yeah, this one's pulling back again here. Really, really nice. This was a really fun trade. We were talking about trading this one possibly again. Let me go to my unlimited account. Like, look at these price targets. They're always so worthless. They're always like 10 steps behind. Cuts LMD price prediction from 91 to 70. None of that makes any sense. It's like so ridiculous. Is buying it into, here's why. Arbitraging and scooping Virtual Force and latest acquisition of Edge. Virtual provides cloud-based software for the proprietary casual insurance. Property and casualty insurance. That's exactly what LMND is in. This sell-off has been pretty much on no volume, so that's always a really, really good sign, something to look for. I mean, it could easily break 41, right? Nothing's guaranteed. I would probably look for even a bigger dip. So far, I kind of like this dip, but maybe even into something as like the 45s. So that's probably what I'd be looking for now. I think this is going to be more of a triple bottom than anything else. So something like even the 46s. You know what? Application settings. I don't know why it always does day. Orders, positions, open day. No. Instrument, active trader. No. Order defaults. Stocks limit is right. Unlimited. I wish it would just always say good to date. I really don't like changing that. I always feel like I'm messing something up. All right, well, okay, let's go back here. Think about this for a second. 100, 200, 2,000. So let's do 800, 2,000, 3,000, 150. Yeah, let's do 100. 4,000. So it really needs like 50, right? Yeah. 45. 45.5 would be our first entry, and then I'll 5 would be my first entry on LMND. And then obviously if LMND goes a little bit lower into the 44s, I would probably trade this one again, 44.69. Let's just leave it at that. Sounds like a cool number. And then we'll do pretty much like a full size from there. Say save. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty much everything I think worth discussing at the moment. Let's see here. It's 11 o'clock. I do need to wrap it up, unfortunately. So no. NLS, let's check it out. Well, right off the gates, we can identify that right here at like 16.5, maybe even 17 is ridiculous resistance. We had, we were stuck below it. We bounced back above it. We were stuck below it, had a bit of fake out here, retest here. And then I'd probably even argue that like 15.5 is maybe something to watch as well, starting right around this area. So this is like the key resistance here. So a bit of a fake out here, pulling back a little bit. Big volume overall, smaller volume on the retraces. NLS, Nautilus is looking pretty healthy, I gotta say. This has been a really big move so far, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of Sono. I don't know if you guys remember the Sono move, very, very similar to this one, and that had a really aggressive pullback. So let's just go here, SONO, and then eventually started selling off, found some big support at 12.5, and that's when we actually ended up trading it. So NLS, yeah, when I see something like NLS again, I feel like the same. I probably wouldn't buy NLS until like the 12.5s, maybe 11, maybe even $10. Look for bigger support to come in, and then start averaging down in this area if I really believed in this company. I would maybe even be a little bit more bearish and look for something between like more like closer to 10, maybe even lower, but I don't know how much it's going to crack 10 if it's a strong company, right? Let's assume NLS has strong fundamentals. Clearly their business is picking up. I mean, this has been a really, really strong move, but because it's been a strong move, oftentimes they do have really healthy, strong pullbacks to kind of correct the run up a little bit. So I wouldn't be going long in this area anymore. I do think 20 to 22 is going to be a huge resistance. Right now we're stuck in big resistance, and this isn't just like a little bit of big resistance. This is massive multi-month support and resistance. So I'd be a little bit careful in these areas for sure. All right, guys, I really got to run, unfortunately, but we'll talk more swing trades tomorrow. In the recap video, I'll be sure to check out some swing trades as well. What I want to be focusing on is obviously where I went wrong on SAVA, and then I might do a bit of a monthly recap as well. I don't want to go too far away from the date here from August. So I think I'm going to do the recap as well. It might be a bit of a longer recap video, but I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible. Don't forget to leave a like, guys, if you enjoy the content. I really, really do appreciate all the likes. I will see you guys then first thing tomorrow morning. I'll see you guys in the recap video as well. Subscribe if you're new, guys. Join the channel. Check out that first link under the video description below because that's where the Discord is, and that's where some other good links are that I think you guys will like. Eat Chili says the beer garden awaits, something like that. Yeah, I got a few things I need to take care of, and then definitely afternoon plans will come in at one point. Good fun trading with everyone today. Unfortunately, it was a little bit of a red day. It is what it is. I mean, red days are part of the deal. There's no harm in red days. It's a little unfortunate because we were up green pre-market, but hey, we gave it back, so it is what it is. So I will see you guys then later. Subscribe, hit that bell icon. Boom! I'll see you guys next time. Ciao, ciao. Stay safe. Make some awesome trades. Don't overtrade. Even with that really, really tempting SAVA. I know it's tempting. I'm tempted myself. Whew. Tempting myself right now. My God.